Welcome! In this video we're gonna fix Dragon Ball Evolution with a twist. Because it's easy to just say, adapt the manga, but it's more challenging to make lemonade with the mandates we've been given. What mandates, you may ask? Let's get into them. Rule number 1, the cast must remain the same. We can't just recast Goku with a martial artist. We're using Justin Chatwin, who, to his credit, did train for the movie. Also, no additional characters, so no Ader, no Nam, no Krillin, etc. Slight caveats though, I can cut out minor characters if they're unnecessary. As such, no Sifu Norris, sorry, not sorry, and no Fuller. Also, I know I'm cutting out the only black characters, but that's just an unfortunate coincidence. Let's move on. Rule number 2, the budget must be the same. We're not getting any Z-level fights here, we're working with $30 million and not a penny more. Rule number 3, the romantic aspect must be maintained. It's not true to the manga, but this is something studios were pushing aggressively in the early 2000s. Every movie had a romance, whether needed or not. Superhero, action, didn't matter, they threw it in. So, we're assuming our corporate overlords want to see attractive people kiss, and by God, we're gonna give it to them. That being said, let's dive in. Hoo boy. We open in the woods. A shoddy car drives on a trail, struggling to get through foliage. We enter the car and see the driver, Bulma, looking at a map, eating food, and not paying attention. She proceeds to run over something, causing her to scream and park. When she gets out of the car, we see a boy on the ground. Bulma pokes and prods him, but he's unresponsive, so she backs away, heading back for her car when... Hey! Goku pops up.
I was playing a prank. Were you actually just gonna leave?
Bulma stares at him, shocked.
No.
Goku doesn't look like he believes her. Bulma offers him a ride home though, so he agrees because he has nothing better to do. The two drive through the woods to Goku's house, which can be the same set as in the original movie. Here we get some backstory. Goku was raised and lives separately from people. Unlike the OG, this version has some knowledge of society due to visiting it from time to time for supplies. He explains this to us as he takes Bulma to the backyard where he pays respects at a grave. When Bulma asks Goku who died, he talks about Grandpa Gohan. Similar to the OG, Gohan found Goku and raised him, teaching him to harness his ki. Since his mentor died though, Goku has been living alone. Bulma's only half listening. She's fiddling with a device, which she promptly explains is a radar she invented to hunt Dragon Balls. She wants to use the balls to grant herself wealth and fame. To do this, she needs all 7, of which she had 1 before Mai stole it. As such, she wants Goku to give her his, but he refuses since it's a gift from Gohan. He also refuses to leave with her to help find the other balls. During this refusal, Bulma notices cars pulling up to the house. She makes Goku hide while armed men exit vehicles on the front lawn.
Who are they?
Goku asks.
Piccolo Patrol.
Bulma answers.
They've been after me since they took my Dragon Ball. We should leave.
Goku steps out of hiding, announcing himself. Cue our first action scene. Goku is eager to fight, but Bulma is not. We get the battle from the latter's perspective, with her running around the house trying to avoid conflict, and Goku unintentionally bringing it to her at every turn. She rounds a corner and Goku's wrestling a guy for his gun. She runs up the stairs and Goku's punching a face at the top of them. She jumps off the balcony only for Goku to accidentally throw a guy into her. Eventually the fight reaches its climax when Goku faces off against the patrol's ringleader, a man wearing a green demon mask who calls himself Ukulele. Ukulele challenges Goku to a one-on-one, tossing his gun aside, which happens to hit a shrine to Grandpa Gohan. Goku doesn't even hesitate, he immediately one-shots Ukulele. Afterward, with the Piccolo Patrol in full retreat, Bulma once again asks Goku to go with her. This time she convinces him that he should honor his grandpa by protecting his Dragon Ball from intruders, who will surely return, so Goku agrees. Our hero's first stop? Kame House in West City. Goku wants to knock on the front door and ask for the ball, but Bulma calls him an idiot and wants to sneak in. The pair does so, stumbling upon Master Roshi as he trains some students. None of his pupils are noteworthy except one, Chi-Chi. Goku is quickly enamored with her and proposes flirting with her to get the ball. Bulma refuses. After all, she declares herself the pretty one, not Goku. Her alternate plan is to hold Roshi at gunpoint. The two argue loudly enough that they draw the attention of Roshi, who outs them. When the master hears why they're there though, he makes an offer. If they can defeat his best student, Chi-Chi, he'll give them the ball. Goku accepts. He starts the fight evading, then when pressed starts countering, then starts exerting himself to keep up with Chi-Chi. Just when things get serious, Roshi ends the fight, stating that he sensed a familiar key within Goku. The two then discuss Grandpa Gohan, who was a colleague of Roshi's before his passing. The old master agrees to surrender his Dragon Ball as a final favor to his late friend, and joins the party, leaving Chi-Chi in charge of his class. With 2 Dragon Balls down, our heroes track the next pair, which are together in a remote canyon so we can save some money. Our gang packs into Bulma's cheap car to head out. On the way, Roshi teaches Goku about the key techniques of energy blasts and afterimage. The former is what Goku is most interested in. We hear about the Kamehameha wave, which Grandpa Gohan knew. Goku has tried to learn it for years since his grandpa passed, without success. Roshi explains why.
In order to learn such a technique, one must have something worth fighting for.
Our party reaches the canyon. Roshi spots bandits lying in wait and instructs an eager Goku to face them. Our protagonist does so, fighting multiple men at once. This fight is a little slapstick. The bandits use martial weapons like staves, swords, and axes, so Goku is dodging and running around to avoid getting chopped up, while Roshi instructs him and Bulma plays video games on her Dragon Ball radar. For a spot of fun, we can have Bulma's video game mirror the fight. Once the bandits are dispatched, their boss emerges from a hut in the canyon.
You losers better get lost before I send you flying.
Enter Yamcha, bandit chief. Goku steps up, but Yamcha claims to be too important to fight a lowlife, so he issues a challenge instead. If Goku can catch his cat, Puar, he'll fight him. Goku refuses, but Roshi accepts on his behalf in the name of good training. Cue a sequence where Goku chases a cat around. Once he finally catches it, a shocked Yamcha tries to think of how to get out of the fight. Bulma saves him the trouble though by requesting he spare Goku since they all know Yamcha is strong and handsome and cool anyway. He accepts. As soon as he does though, we get our second Piccolo Patrol attack! Our team works together during the fight. Roshi is quick and efficient, Yamcha throws things from far away. It'd be cool to have Bulma pick up and use a sword as an homage to, you know. The mini-boss in a demon mask this time is Tambourine, who puts up more of a fight than Ukulele. Goku manages to best him with Roshi's guidance, using a perfected afterimage strike to end the duel. At which point, Tambourine's walkie goes off.
Tambourine, get back to West City. We found another ball. Be at the Turtle School tomorrow.
The gang hops into Bulma's car, then they're off. Our Z fighters arrive at the Turtle School mid-invasion. Piccolo's men this time are led by Mai and another demon mask wearer, Symbol. While Roshi fights goons, Goku and Chi-Chi tag team Symbol and Mai. Together our pair of heroes defeat their opponents, although Mai manages to retreat. But she's stopped from fleeing by the arrival of Demon King Piccolo. Our beloved Overlord beats a bunch of Turtle School nobodies with ease, then tanks a sword slash from Bulma, who promptly runs away. Chi-Chi is finishing Symbol and Yamcha is playing dead, so Goku steps up to face Piccolo, who asks who he is.
Son Goku.
You? Your name is Son Goku?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'll make you an offer, Son Goku.
Piccolo says.
Join me and be a part of this world's new order.
No.
Piccolo proceeds to beat the brakes off of Goku before Roshi rescues him. The intervention gives our villain an idea and he leaves without his desired Dragon Ball, saying he'll see our heroes again. Later, Goku is woken with a slap to the face. Roshi tells him that their time is running out. Piccolo showing himself means things are about to pop off, so they need to hurry up and get the rest of the Dragon Balls. When Goku asks Roshi why he didn't just beat Piccolo, Roshi says,
What do I have you for then?
Before Goku can ask more questions, Bulma tells him to go below the Turtle School to get a Dragon Ball that she's sussed out with her radar. When Goku asks why she didn't just get it, Bulma says,
What do I have you for then?
Goku gets Chi-Chi to guide him below the temple, with them both agreeing to hold hands for safety and safety only. Once they reach the underground, Chi-Chi warns Goku, to acquire the treasure below, he'll have to pass a trial of will. He accepts. Once inside the underground chamber, Goku is confronted by a masked man who he promptly duels. But over time, he recognizes his opponent's moves, and in turn recognizes his grandpa. His next attack turns into a hug. Once revealed, Grandpa Gohan shows his face. The two share a joyous reunion before Gohan asks Goku what he wants the Dragon Balls for. Goku admits then that while Bulma wants fame, he just wants Gohan back to life. After all, he feels lost without him. But the elder refuses. He hugs his grandson, telling Goku that he already has all he needs inside and out, and that he's proud of him and sure of the man he'll become. Then, despite Goku's hesitance, he releases Gohan, accepting his wishes, and the ghost vanishes, gifting our hero his 6th Dragon Ball. Enter a brief interlude. Piccolo sends a letter to the Turtle School. He has the last Dragon Ball, so he wants to duke it out in a winner-takes-all type tournament. He orders the school to prepare its best 5 warriors. When he's ready, he'll summon them, and they'll fight for the dragon's wish. Our cast pick their team. Goku, Roshi, Yamcha gets roped in, Chi-Chi. Bulma refuses, but Roshi says he knows a prodigy from the Crane School who can help. While our heroes await the call, we get a few montages. Goku tries to learn the Kamehameha by training with Roshi and Chi-Chi. Yamcha and Bulma go on dates. She pays for all of them. To movies, dinner, dancing, bird watching, and cat yoga with Poir. After 3 days, Piccolo sends out the summons. Roshi gets rejected by his Crane School prodigy with a letter saying the master can't afford him, so the team drags Bulma into it. Then they head off to participate in
the Piccolo Games.
The climax takes place in a dusty wasteland in the middle of nowhere that's easy to shoot films in. From his throne, Piccolo lays out the rules. It's a team tournament with a 1v1 format. First team to 3 wins gets the Dragon Balls. Losers can't rejoin, but swaps are welcome. Team Z has our cast of Goku, Roshi, Bulma, Yamcha, and Chi-Chi, whereas Team Baddies has Piccolo, Mai, and 3 masked guys whose names we'll get to. Match 1, Roshi vs. Drum. It's a quick one because Roshi makes quick work of the guy. Match 2, Yamcha vs. Mai. Yamcha comes in talking big, finally ready to show his stuff, and is immediately taken out, much to Bulma's surprise and dismay.
Yeah,
Goku says.
that's about what I expected.
Match 3, Chi-Chi vs. Piano. This is a straightforward fight. Chi-Chi gets the upper hand and takes home the W for her team. Match 4, Bulma vs. Ukulele, who returns from the beginning of this script. It starts off with our Capsule Corp queen asking,
So, why are you guys named after musical instruments?
Ukulele responds,
We are?
then he goes to attack her and she runs out of the ring. Match 5, Goku vs. Piccolo. Roshi volunteers, but Goku wants to fight because he believes in himself. Bulma believes in him too, while Yamcha is nowhere to be found. Chi-Chi encourages Goku with a kiss on the cheek for good luck. So our protagonist goes for it, claiming that he's literally invincible now that he has someone, or in this case, someones, worth fighting for. This is by far our longest and most involved fight. So to save a few bucks, we cut away to our audience to get classic anime reactions.
Whoa, they're so fast! He did what? Wow, he's keeping up with him!
Mid-fight, the sky gets dark, there's thunder and lightning. Goku is shirtless, Piccolo's mad and sweaty. The end is upon us because Goku's charging up his iconic move. From the sky, Piccolo unleashes a mouth beam, but Goku shoots his Kamehameha, cutting through the beam, then cutting through Piccolo to explode out the other side. When all's said and done, our hero lands, covered in green slime and victorious, while the sky turns back to normal. Bulma looks shocked.
Did you just kill him?
But there's no answer because our heroes are celebrating. The bad guys cart off Piccolo, dead or alive, while Roshi pops a cork off a wine bottle he brought and Chi-Chi kisses Goku. Bulma snaps out of it enough to get excited for her wish, but when Yamcha shows up, he reveals that he already made it.
It was crazy. You guys should have seen it. There was a dragon. It talked. It granted my wish. Poir's immortal now, by the way.
Bulma breaks up with him on the spot. She asks the others for help then in recollecting the Dragon Ball since they've scattered, and Goku, despite exhaustion, is first to agree, and more than ready for their next adventure. Alright, let's get into a quick explanation of my changes. Number 1, tone. This is hopefully a funnier movie than what we got, and that was fully intentional. Dragon Ball, not Z or Super, is much more comedic than people realize. In it, Bulma wants to wish for a perfect boyfriend. The first wish we actually see in the entire series is for panties, which, let's not get into that. I wanted to lean into the comedic elements for this first, and probably last, installment to honor Akira Toriyama's vision in a way adaptations often ignore. Number 2.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Number 3. Action. I'd want the battles in this to be less about technique, more about zany, cartoonish fun. I actually like some of the weird fights in the OG Evolution. I could kind of see what they were going for and think some minor tweaks could get them to a better balance between goofy and cool. Number 4. Characters. With Bulma, I wanted her to function as comic relief, more similar to the manga. This version of Yamcha is more of a meta-reflection based on his reputation among the fans. I don't think anyone would mind him being a silly Billy. Chi-Chi in the movie is better than in the OG manga. Do not at me. This rewrite only enhances what the movie already did. Roshi is a little more lighthearted in this script, and based on his intro in the OG where he had some humor, I think Chow Yun-Fat could pull it off. Also, removing his pervertedness was a good choice, so I stuck with it. And lastly, with Goku we can't do the kid version, Avi. I didn't want to jump into the adult form either though, cause this isn't Z. So I chose a version that's a little different, a little less clueless, a little more impatient, while hopefully retaining the essence of Son Goku. Anyway, that's all I have for this one. If you got this far, let me know your thoughts on my changes and on the original movie. And leave a like and subscribe if this content is up your alley. As for a hint for my next rewrite, I'm saving Newton Hicks. Until then though, cheers.